cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. It's time again.
What up, y'all? You tuned in to the 52 Scott Podcast. This is Music Monday, and I'm your host, Slash. And with me, I got Comedian 96, K Money, Freddie G. Together, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast. On Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. All right, welcome back to another Music Monday. Of course, we got another great show for you. These are artists who have more than just rap skills. These artists play instruments more than just a rapper. Some of these people y'all probably know. Some of them y'all probably didn't know that they was even musically inclined in other areas rather than rap. So some of these rappers can be producers. Some of them can, write other music for other artists. Lots of different things that they can do. But these artists are not just artists. They have other musical qualities. And we just want to kind of point those out today. So I'm going to start right here. I think y'all know about this one, Andre 3000. We actually did a show on him where he's a flute player. He done a whole album with a flute, and what he was looking for was a certain frequency. And what his flute music was meant to do was to calm, put you at ease mentally, kind of a meditational type of thing, which I don't think that was said before it came out because I was expecting something different. But when I realized it was about meditation, I'm like, okay, I can get with that.
Okay.
But Andre 3000, which we know his rap skills, he's off the chain. If the man dropped an album right now today rapping, he'd be the baddest motherfucker. I mean, I love the skills.
Question, Slash, before you move on. You've heard the Andre 3000 flute album, right, or some of the songs?
Yeah, I've heard some of them.
Do you agree that it's good for meditating?
I do.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Because there's more. It's not a lot of flute playing. It is, but it's not a lot of how would you call it? Progression in flute. It's more just certain notes of the flute with other stuff going on around it, different instruments, different synth sounds, and different stuff. Not many drums, but it's like a lot of synths, and it's just a little bit of flute here and there. Which, if you are the type of person that meditates, this would be perfect for you to do if you're just sitting around the house. You might be reading a book or something. You could play this and it'll ease your mind.
Gotcha. Because
of the frequencies that he's using with the music and the different little synth sounds that comes with it. So that's Andre 3000. Let's see who else we got on here. We got now Flavor Flav. I did not know Flavor Flav. Nope. Played. But look, Flav can play. Now, he learned at an early age how to play the piano, drums, the bass, and guitar.
Interesting.
So now, y'all ever wondered why Flavor Flav was where he was when all we knew of him was a hype man? This is probably why. Behind the scenes, they knew what Flavor Flav was capable of doing. The man can play the bass, the man can play the drums, the man can play the piano, and a guitar. Let me tell you something, man. I've tried each and every last one of those instruments. Shit's not easy, man. Especially when you're talking about the guitar. Yeah. The bass may be a little easier. You got 5 to 6 strings on the bass. The strings are bigger, so you're not putting calluses on your fingers.
Yeah.
Drums, that's just sticks and your feet.
But it still takes coordination.
It takes coordination.
Yeah.
So this shows us now that all that Flavor Flav was doing when he was on stage, that boy used to be shaking and moving his hands. Hey, he had a lot of coordination, man. He could get on them drums.
Audience, I wish y'all could see Slash.
Man, hey, man, what Flav was doing, man, Flav was it, man. And we didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So, I want to give a shout out to Flav too for this because
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, I didn't know he did
all
that, man.
of these years,
Multi-talented.
It's
multi-talented.
always the ones we think crazy be talented.
but we had a conversation about that today before we even got in here and started doing this. We had a conversation about the people that you think are weird be the ones that have the most talent.
Yep.
They just have to find it.
That's it. They just have to find
They
it.
just have to find their talent, man. And I believe that all the people who we think are weird, really not, because I don't know if people think I'm weird. I mean, it's probably a few motherfuckers think I'm weird. And guess what? I don't give a fuck. Because I'm going to do what I do. Whatever I do is what it takes for me to be who I am.
Yeah.
And you have to accept that in everybody. So before you call somebody weird, think about what they might be in the next 20 years.
Exactly.
That's facts.
Yeah, because they think I'm weird and crazy.
Well, it ain't that we think that.
Something's wrong with you, bro.
Let's go back real quick. It ain't because we think you weird.
And crazy.
To the audience member, I've been knowing him since the 7th grade. He was weird then. He was weird
Here we
now.
are now.
Right?
We talking about Slash, right?
Now we talk about Comedian 96. There's 96 weird things about this comedian.
And normal is not one.
And we might can bring them all up right now on this show.
Well, this is about musicians, so Oh, I do sing. Okay, well, go ahead. I ain't on that list, though, right?
No, you're not on this
Okay,
list.
well, go
You
ahead.
haven't made it there yet.
Okay.
We trying to get you there. But, almost. Now, here's somebody, y'all know about this dude, though. I think everybody knows his true talents musically. He's overshadowed his own talents, I think. Dr. Dre. So Dr. Dre, if y'all can remember the Super Bowl halftime show that he performed in, I think it was in 2022.
Yeah.
They headlined that Super Bowl halftime where Dr. Dre was actually playing a piano.
I was about to ask,
On
what
stage.
instrument?
Yeah, Dr. Dre was playing piano on stage when Eminem came out.
Yeah.
So Dr. Dre, and I'm sure he's probably got more talents than that, but I think piano would be the main one because I've never seen or heard him mention anything about playing a guitar or playing a bass or anything like that. So I don't know, Now, here's another guy. We're going to talk about Mac Miller.
Mac Miller.
Now, Mac Miller had good lyrical ability, but he taught himself how to play the drums, guitar,
I remember
bass,
that. Yeah,
and
everything.
piano
Yeah, he played
again.
everything.
Okay, so now my car wheels are turning. I know we're talking about Mac Miller, but I'm thinking about all the artists that you mentioned, right?
Right.
And what makes my car wheels turn on this is your title of your show is More Than Just a Rapper.
Right.
Meaning that these guys, not only can they rap, but they play instruments, right?
Right.
What about the guys that really, truly, they're known as rappers, but they can't rap because other people write their lyrics?
Oh, that's a whole other show.
But they play instruments. So can you really say that they're actually rappers, but they are musicians, if that makes sense?
I mean,
It sounds like you just answered your question, and when you posed your question, they're musicians but not rappers. I would classify them as a musician, but not
Rather,
necessarily a
yeah.
rapper if they're not writing their own raps. Well,
Now-
no, not necessarily.
Yeah, and the title of Slash's show is More Than Just a Rapper, meaning that we identify these people as rappers first.
First, right. But what about the ones that play instruments that can rap? Is that what you ask?
That can't rap.
They can't
They
rap,
can't
period.
rap at all, but they can play instruments.
So technically, they're not rappers.
No, they're not rappers. If they
Because
don't
other
rap.
people are writing their lyrics.
That's right. They're not rappers. But they are,
Here's what
in
made,
a sense.
Here's what made me say this, and this is not a knock.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a knock. But when you think of Dr. Dre, do you
Right.
think of him as writing his own lyrics?
No. But he's a hell of a deliverer.
Of course.
Yeah. But he don't write most of and I don't know how often he doesn't write, but I know that there's been songs where he, somebody wrote these songs.
Somebody wrote them, yeah.
Yeah. But, again, when you look, he's a producer. So
And now when you're producing, a lot of producers
or have instrumentation
they
skills.
can play they can
Yeah,
play instruments.
that is true. But
next episode.
so that would
Didn't
make
he
Dre
do-
the exception. Let's go with Dre being the exception because you're right. Dre doesn't necessarily write all his lyrics.
And
I was gonna
I
ask.
don't know if Puffy's on your list, but
Yeah.
you remember. I don't know if he plays instruments, but he say I don't write rhymes. I write checks.
Yeah, I don't think Puffy play instruments. I've never known
I
him to
don't
be an
think so
instrument
either.
player, but I do know that he will get a hell of a sample and clear that sample. And
Not to debunk you, but I thought I could be wrong that Dre wrote and produced the next episode. I if I'm not mistaken.
well,
he
I
wrote.
know and Freddie G, I think you know Six Deuce too. You know Six Deuce, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now Six Deuce wrote some stuff on the Chronic album for Dre, as
yeah,
well
that's
as the Hitman, which he was also a producer,
Yeah.
but he was a writer too. They would write raps for Dr. Dre, but Dre had a hell of a delivery, so it fit him so much. And even now on this new stuff with Snoop, I wonder who wrote this. Was it Snoop writing this stuff for Dre? But Dre, not to change the subject, but Dre delivers it to where you think, okay, he might have wrote that.
I mean, he's not known for writing material, but I'm sure he has written some.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably came up with the ideas of maybe, hey, I want to say this.
Yeah.
And how could I say it?
Yeah,
Give me a good way to put it. But now, you don't have to be a writer. They got AI shit out here. You can put
That
in there
shit
what you
taking over.
want,
And then it'll
That
write
shit
for
is
you.
taking over.
and it'll give you several different things to select from. It's not just going to keep you in one place with what you're saying. It's going to give you several different options. Next on the list, we got Tyler, the Creator. Now, don't know if y'all knew Tyler played the piano and drums. So in his concerts,
With the name creator behind it, you better be able to do some
I
stuff.
think he picked a great name
Yeah.
to be a rapper.
Yeah.
Tyler, the Creator. That just shows that he creates and he probably writes his own stuff, which I'm sure he does. But he's very talented. So he did a set at Coachella in this year, the beginning, 2024, and he brought out Charlie Wilson to perform with him. And Tyler, the Creator, played the piano on the set. So very talented Tyler, the Creator. And if I'm not mistaken, I think we also did a show, and Tyler, the Creator, also was into fashion. He had his own clothing line that was doing pretty good. So, man, I mean, a lot that he's doing.
The
And
name says it all.
Yeah.
and
The creator.
creative. And see, what I always think about when I hear these names, to me, would Tyler, the Creator, be a A-list artist or a B-list artist? Because he's not at the top of the list. But you have such as an A-list and B-list artist. I think Tyler, the Creator, fits in the B-list artist.
Yeah.
Because you have other artists that fits in the A-list. Or T.I. is an A-list artist. Other artists are A-list. But again, Tyler, the Creator, because of his musical, playing the drums and piano, puts him on this list. So shout out Tyler, the Creator, man. And I remember the first song I heard from him, man. I was like, man, this young cat, man, he really got
So
something.
he'll be doing something.
Yeah, I kind of knew that he would continue on in a good career, and really, he's really did wonders. Wyclef Jean,
Yeah.
y'all know.
Yeah.
He's a rapper.
He's
Helped
all-
Destiny Child get started, helped their career, but he's really known for his guitar playing. Also a member of the Fugees. So he helped a lot of people, and on his performances, you're going to see him playing the guitar. This is one of his things, which I think is good, which also Wyclef Jean went to, what was it, Haiti?
Haiti.
Yeah, and he was trying to become the president
The president
over
of Haiti,
there,
yep.
which I think is a good deal because they probably need somebody to represent them that can try to help them get established as a country.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I know he's using his celebrity to. I don't know if he's still even interested
In it.
but when he was doing that, I know he was using his celebrity to try to galvanize the people or whatever. But I think that country is too far gone. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you look at Haiti today and how those cartels or whatever you want to call them have taken over the government and how they're
Right.
fighting and stuff over there.
Right.
I think that country is too far gone, man.
Yeah, I agree.
It probably is, but it's gonna take a lot to turn it around. Basically.
Yeah, and I don't even know if even if he was there, I think somebody would probably come after him and try to.
Well, because of the money he got,
Yeah.
they'll try to rob him for the money rather than allow him to help him, in a certain way. But then, how long would it take to help this country get somewhere?
Yeah, I just think they gone.
But
man.
I know one thing: him playing the guitar ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
not at all.
That's not gonna change
He gonna
the
be
way
gone
Haiti
till
is.
November.
We gone in November.
Okay,
In November.
so look, y'all know Roddy Ricch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, now Roddy Ricch plays the piano also. So I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
So he shows off his piano skills when he performs the Heartless. He got a song called Heartless and a song called The Box. So at the 63rd Grammy Awards, he actually showed his piano skills on that award show. So I mean, I didn't see it, but I know I like his style. Although to me, when I first heard Roddy Ricch, for some reason, him and Young Thug was kind of on the same.
Yeah.
Because they got the same kind of sound.
same
I don't know if
sound.
the cadence
Yeah.
is the same,
Yeah.
but I kind of put them two on the same level because when I heard Roddy Ricch, after hearing Young Thug, I thought that Roddy Ricch was Young Thug. Just honest.
Another thing too, I think that a lot of these rap artists, I think that once they're in the studio, and you said this alluding to yourself because you're a producer and you be in the studios in the studio, and you've had hands on a few different instruments that you've tried
Right.
to learn to play. Right. I think that when it comes to rappers, or anybody for that matter that's in the studio often,
All the time, yeah. You got to pick
I think that they'll pick up on some of that stuff. Sometimes they may not come in with those skills
Right,
already,
but they'll pick up on
because
it.
they've been in the studio so long,
playing around.
they've
Right.
playing around and they've picked up on,
On it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because for a part of me feels like I've seen Lil Wayne play the guitar.
Yeah, he's been around it.
A part of me feels like Lil Wayne didn't know how to play the guitar until going into the studio
And pick one up.
and pick one up and just self-taught.
Let me tell you, that's the best way to learn. Man.
I think
And I'm going to tell you another person I don't know, but Scarface.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think he's guitar.
Yeah, I've seen him play it,
yeah.
but I don't know if he knew how to play it.
before he
I
started.
know
rapping.
he's got an uncle. And he used to play some of the stuff on the Rap A Lot records. Guitar player, Scarface's uncle. I know him really good. I think that Scarface may have adopted some skill from his uncle.
Yeah.
Because his uncle used to be around the studio sessions for the Rap A Lot family, playing different guitar instruments. Or I know he plays lead, but he probably can play bass too. If you can play a lead guitar, you can play bass.
Yeah.
Bass is probably better to learn on if you have sensitive fingertips, because the lead guitar is going to put some calluses on your fingertips. That's what kept me from sitting there all day playing it. Because it callous, you're going to have it. It's no ifs, ands, or buts.
They had that little chip I be seeing.
Well,
That's just it.
but that's just the pluck,
Yeah, the pick.
the pick, right. But these fingers
oh, the other one
have to touch the strings.
strings. Okay.
This is where your callus is going to be,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you got to push them down, the frets down,
stop them. Yeah.
to make the certain note.
sound. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's where the pain comes in at.
Now this is irrelevant, man. But when you say bass guitar, I always hear this particular bass at the beginning of this song, this rap song. Boom, boom, boom. On that 8-ball MJG hoes at the club show.
Yeah.
At the beginning.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I always
I know that's my song there for my bad.
So we're going to let the radio play it
Yeah.
the next time
The
we
next
hear
time.
it. Yeah.
I couldn't get high as
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
So now this guy, very talented, very, very talented. I mean, they just came out of the blue, him and another guy, years ago, over 10 years, producing music. But he's piano, drums, and bass player also Pharrell Williams.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I knew he was gonna be on there.
There, kind of what you said, Freddie G. There is no way you're gonna be around this stuff and not pick up on something else. You know, you're gonna always get it. That's the next level. If you're a rapper and you're in the studio, the next level to it is learning either the instrumentation, how to play an instrument, or how to mix and master music. Is if not all of it, you know. So you got some talented artists, they'll learn it all, they'll do it all. And I mean, I encourage everybody, you know, if you're a rapper in the studio and you're around instruments, don't just sit there and look at the guitar. Pick it up. You know what I'm saying? It might be something that you attach to and learn and pick up on quick. And it can actually help your career, right. You know. So shout out Pharrell. You know, Pharrell doing big things, even in the clothing industry right now, with Louis Vuitton and all kind of stuff like that. Now, this guy, y'all know, he's a rapper. He's a singer. He produces. He plays drums. Anderson .Paak.
Oh
Yeah, very talented brother.
Very talented dude, man. Let me tell you. He, at the height of somebody else's career, he came in and dominated. What's the guy's name?
Bruno
Mars, yeah.
At the height of Bruno Mars' career, Anderson .Paak came in and dominated, and they created a group, and that put Anderson .Paak way over the top.
Way over
Silk
the top.
Sonic.
Silk Sonic.
Now, here's the thing. I wonder if they're gonna, because they could, they could be like the old Maze groups that go on tour and be on tour for 50 years. You know what I mean? Because Maze been out there since 70s, right?
Well, they got to put out some original music to be classified.
Yeah, they got to show some
in a category with Maze,
first, right? But if they do that, I see they can do it because they can play all those instruments.
Here goes something y'all probably didn't notice during the Super Bowl. Anderson .Paak was the guy on the drums.
I believe that.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I
You saw him, K-Money?
Yeah,
I believe that.
He was on the drums.
I believe that if anybody does a studio album with live drums, I think Anderson .Paak is the person to go get.
Him or Questlove.
Questlove, right, from the Roots. Yeah. Now, he's who everybody was going to
Everybody go get.
At one time, man, but Questlove, he owned the money with it, man. I mean, solid brother. You know, they real cool, got a nice, they got mild attitudes because they know that they have a lot of talent. So, yeah, either Anderson .Paak or Questlove. Now, Logic,
yeah.
he plays the piano. And he been releasing music since 2009. And he produced a lot of stuff for, No ID, Like Six, and No ID. This is the producers, and people that he worked with. So he's a piano player, and probably No ID would say, hey, man, come play this piano. Because in reality, and the reason why I'm mentioning that, and this is to support that statement, Quincy Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Quincy Jones didn't play every instrument. He knew how to write the music, but he would go and get the best person for that instrumentation and show them what to play and how to play. So that makes you a different type of producer, which I think that this is what Logic was able to do, in his career. So being that person that they call because you good at what you do, man, that's a whole different outlook on who you are as an artist. Don't want to rush through these, but I'm probably going to just pick up the pace a little bit. And Freddie G, you spoke about this guy. Sure enough, he's on there with the guitar in his hand, Scarface. So he's on here. Yes, he's a guitar player from the Ghetto Boys, and he likes rock music. So he idolized Kiss, Black Sabbath, Pink Floyd, Jimi Hendrix. So this is where he got his style from, or who he listened to that gives him the okay to say, hey, this is what I like. So shout out Scarface, man. And I haven't seen him in a while, although it's been a while since I spoke with Scarface. But, man, I hope you're doing all right because there was a situation where he was in the hospital for a little while, and I hope that he's doing pretty good. But shout out to Scarface, Houston's own. D-Smoke. Now,
D-Smoke.
I saw D-Smoke on a award show. This is my first time seeing him. and he's a piano player.
He come from a musical family.
He come from a musical family, right? And not just to say that he was a musical family, but he was also the type of person that want to help the kids in his community, which I think is great because you can use that piano playing to reach these kids in the neighborhood because, of course, they like instrumentation. The first thing, I don't know about y'all, but I know when I was a kid, the first toys I was playing with was musical instrument type shit. My mom would buy a little play piano, you know, and little drums with Mickey Mouse and shit on it. You know what I'm saying? For us to try to learn it. Yeah. And if we didn't stick with it, well, so be it. I put it in front of them. They didn't like it. But I think this is how the musical family starts out. Plus, I've always had uncles who played. I have one that plays piano. Well, I'm sorry, played organ, played piano. Rest in peace to my uncle. And he also played trumpet, which is where I got some of my skills from in the band of playing trumpet. So Lauryn Hill, let's go to Lauryn Hill. Now, didn't know that she had anything to do with any instruments.
She plays the piano, right?
Guitar.
The guitar.
She's an acoustic guitar player.
And she played the guitar.
And she done it on a few songs of hers anyway with the few Fugees. Of course, we know she only released one solo project, but that's probably all that she needed to do. Shout out to Lauryn Hill. She had the fans mad, but I mean, hey, they fans. It is what it is. They'll get over it.
I was one of them.
You know,
how you gonna come out with Sister Act 2, having crying, and then you just disappear?
Yeah. So rest in peace to Juice WRLD. He also was able to play instruments. He played guitar, drums, and trumpet. So shout out, you know, to Juice WRLD, but also R.I.P. Juice WRLD. But he was a very talented guy, and some people might have looked at him as a weirdo. You know, we back to the weirdo stage. And what's the first thing that you see about a person that make you classify them or feel as if they're weirdo? To me, it's the hair. It's what you do to your hair.
That and dress code.
And your dress code.
Yeah.
I would just say anything that's not normal.
That doesn't appear to be normal.
You have the goth dressing people dressed like they in Gotham City, you know. So Juice WRLD was one of those guys to me that I kind of felt like may have been a little weird, but again, he did what he was supposed to do in his career, which was made it to the point to where everybody would know who he is. Kid Cudi. Day and night.
Yeah.
So he has guitar skills. He played guitar on this particular song.
I was just about to say guitar.
But you could hear it, you know. But honestly, man, if you are a rapper, the best person to produce your music is you. Because you know what you want to hear. You know what's going to make you say, ooh, I'm going to give it all I got. And you know what's going to make you say, damn, I like it, but I don't. It could have been better. So if you are a rapper, I would advise picking up instruments. Again, you're going to make yourself the best person that you can be because you know what's going to make you go the hardest. You know, now, and the reason why I say this is because I can produce beats, and in my rap years, I was cold on my beats, but I was colder rapping on other people's beats. You know, and that was just because I didn't have to sit up and critique the beat because I didn't do it. The motherfucker was jamming. But if I got to rap to my own shit, I'm critiquing my beat the whole time. I'm rapping, thinking, but I'm like, damn, I should have did the hi-hat like this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So once you get established as an artist and you move on to another stage, you got control of that. You can say, you know what? I'm finna stop right here with my production. I'm going to get somebody else to do the rest of it. Because if not, you're going to continue to critique yourself, which is what's going to make you the best artist that you can be. It's going to make you good because you critique yourself. Don't be the artist that say, hey, man, I'm cold and fuck what everybody say. That's not it. You know, you may not be the best and you may be blocking yourself from blessings, from allowing people to criticize your work, you know. B.O.B. Now, he's somebody we hadn't spoke on in a long time.
Yeah, but that's another very talented brother.
Very talented. Yep. We haven't spoke on him. Now, he's a keyboard and a lot of different recording equipment he takes serious. So,
man, what was his hit song? I remember B.O.B.
I can't think of it, man.
Yeah, I can't think. He had it,
but it's not listed. I can't think of it right now. I wish I did. But B.O.B. had a banging song, man. And he came out around the time the other little guy was rapping, Kick Push. Mm-hmm. They came out around the same time, but B.O.B. had a hit, man. And if y'all listeners know what it is, leave a comment. Let us know what that song is, because sometimes, you know, our memory slip. You know, we not 20. You know, we didn't thought about a lot of stuff and can't think about it all every time. Okay, now I'm gonna run through this Yazin Bey. You know that's Mos Def.
Oh, okay, yeah,
that's what he changed his name to. Now he plays several different instruments such as drums, percussions, bass, and keyboards. Yeah. So he's also talented. I've seen him really play good roles in movies. You know, so shout out Mos Def or Yazin. Yes, however you pronounce it, Yasin. I think it's Yasin or Yasin Bey or something like that.
So that's what he officially goes by now?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yep, he changed it.
Oh, and B.O.B. his song is Airplanes.
Airplanes, yeah.
Okay, so Rakim. Wow, this is interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah, it is, because I don't know.
Because I didn't know that he also played instruments.
I would say guitar if I had to guess.
Nah, he played the drums on that song Juice. Yeah, he played the drums on that. So Rakim was, of course, a talented rapper, and right now he's like Snoop's favorite rapper. If you let Snoop tell it, I heard him say, "Man, Rakim."
Man, Rakim is a lot of your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what he is. I mean, we grew up on Rakim. Rakim had some of the hottest songs.
The lyrics, man.
Yeah.
That joke are lyrical.
Yep. All right, so last on my list is Lil Sims. So Lil Sims been releasing music since 2015. She did 4 albums. One is called Sometimes I Might Be Introvert, which helped her receive critical acclaim and award nominations. So she's pretty good, and she shows off her guitar skills on stage when she's performing her music.
I've never heard of her.
I haven't either. But that just let us know she's out there and they're looking at her. So she may be somebody in the next 2 or 3 years. We'd be like, damn, Lil Sims on top, you know. But shout out to the artists that do play instruments. If you're an artist listening, I would say, you know, try to get into some instrument playing or learn how to mix and master. Do something, you know, further your talent in music is a career. So that's all, y'all, for this edition of Music Monday. Thanks for tuning in. Come back tomorrow and check out True Tuesday with K Money. Hit that like button, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook, The 52 Scott Podcast. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast.